Welcome back, everybody.
Do you know anything about what happened to my grandfather in '81?
I wish I did, Kathy. You must know I did everything in my power to help. How do you think Mary Elizabeth could afford all that expensive treatment?
Strange. Grandma never mentioned that to me.
She's just too proud. At first she refused. She was convinced that I had an agenda.
And we're...
Don't be silly. Despite all that had happened, I still loved Joseph dearly. People from places like this have a deeply rooted mistrust in
People everywhere,
passed
for
on
good
generations. In her eyes...
So that's all you know.
Are you implying that there's more? Mrs. Rain accepted the health care.
I see. What can you tell me about your friendship with Grandpa?
Joseph was the best friend I ever had. We grew up together. Married our high school sweethearts together. Went to war together. I can't even begin to count the number of times he's saved my life. I repaid the favor once or twice. But he came up ahead, no doubt.
So, when did you two lose touch?
The truth is, Brian Rain happened. Sharon Evans happened.
My parent?
Yes. They ruined everything with their vile, destructive behavior. I couldn't have that around my daughter, or my newborn grandson. Joseph was naive. He was just... too good, bless him.
I wouldn't mind teaching my old man some manners myself.
Yes, of course. You must understand this better than anyone. People like your father simply cannot grasp how far their bad influence spreads. So our family started drifting apart. Not long after that, your grandfather ended up in that wheelchair.
You bought a number of paintings by Lily Myers.
I'm known to dabble in art from time to time. Martha, my wife at the time, was enamored with the paintings. I believe she first saw them at the high school which the Myers girl attended. Anyway, after the poor girl killed herself, I bought the paintings speculatively. When a young artist with any talent...
Sounds evil now. He didn't
suicide,
admit that it was to help his
it can be
friend.
a wet dream of certain... Shortly after procuring the art, I had it valued by an expert who determined that the value was 3 times the amount I bought it for. Today, I'm sure I would have made my money back tenfold or more if it wasn't for the art theft.
What art theft?
There was a burglary at the mansion I used to own here in town.
Well, shit.
Eloquently.
Can you tell me about the art theft?
Well, somebody broke in, stole the paintings, and got out. Fairly clumsy job. Lots of broken windows. The strangest thing was that I had a Monet, a Rembrandt, and 2 paintings by Picasso, but every single painting by an unknown local artist gone.
That can't be a coincidence.
Agreed.
I assume there was an investigation.
Yes, Sheriff Truman came by with his deputy a few hours later, but they didn't have much luck. They found a few hairs, which turned out to be from Ruffles, the family dog.
Some stunning police work right there.
Indeed. There was a single witness, though, who said he could make out multiple burglars leaving the scene of the
The church, maybe?
Yes. I honestly didn't care much one way or the other, given the fact...
I think I'll have a chat with the sheriff.
Certainly. I'll...
That'd be great.
Anytime.
I've learned that my grandfather went to Sue and asked to see them.
Is that so?
Do you recognize the call sign Cocky?
Would be strange if I didn't, since I was the one who coined it. It belongs to a fellow named Jimmy Cochran. He was a coward, really. The nickname is somewhat of a bad joke.
Perfect. Tell me about Jimmy Cochran.
In a literal sense, he's been held in a mental institution for years.
Let me guess. Since '81?
Either 82 or 83.
Do you remember the name of the institution?
Something starting with an E.
Ingstrom? Ingstrom?
Yes, that's the one. You know the place, Kathy.
I do. My mother is in there.
I see. It must have taken a lot of courage to do that, Kathy. Mothers have a lot of power over us. More than most of us care to admit.
That's a weird thing to say.
Do you know why Jimmy ended up in there?
That's an ominous thing to say.
Obsessive-compulsive syndrome. He became fixated with circles and started hurting himself, trying to scratch the circles out of his head.
Creepy. I wonder what set him off. I think I'll check the place out tomorrow. Too late to head back to the city now. What can you tell me about the Church of the Holy Trinity?
They seem like any other church to me. But then again, I'm not their usual clientele. Weddings, baptisms, and funerals are just about what I can muster.
Okay.
Do you recognize this, Charles?
Of course. Your grandfather, me, Jimmy Cochran. Taken shortly before we went to the war.
You guys look like you just won the lottery or something.
Indeed. We were mere children.
I don't need... He's being quiet. Do you know what this key opens?
You must be truly desperate.
Heh.
I don't... Thanks, Charles.
You're welcome.
I'd rather not. That guy is huge. Just some boring...
It's interesting that there's a phone in here, but we don't need it. We don't need to use it right now. Let's go to the nature reserve next.
Well, this is it. I'm not sure what I need to clear my head.
Did that too close to the flower. Did it too close to the flower.
We've met before.
I doubt it.
Yet you always play the part of the clown, Kathy.
Who are you?
You told me.
I feel strange.
It's the mending.
You're not real. I'm lying.
Focus, Kathy.
You mean Lily?
She's the anomaly, the missing refrain, the convergence point of things past and events yet to happen.
Dial down the metaphors a notch, would you, Mr. Kafka?
I knew you wouldn't disappoint. I'm glad, given how much trouble I went through to be here. You see, my name was taken from me, so I claimed a color in its stead. The next time we meet, you'll know the exact hue of red. You're on the right path, Kathy. Follow your grandfather, and everything will work out in the end.
Wait, what? Am I going crazy?
That was also the red man.
This paint looks...
Just for a reference. Now I'll go to the church, I guess. There's still a lot to do in this day.
Hello, Father.
Greetings, my child.
Yeah, but just so...
Oh,
Good. So,
Anything you need.
Kathy Rain.
I did. Rumors spread quickly around here.
Do you know anything about what happened to my grandfather in 81?
It was the work of the devil, I'll say that much. You heard my speech at the funeral, Kat.
Did you know him personally?
In a way. He and my father did charity work together. They collaborated on a few different projects for the homeless and for the troubled youth.
So my grandfather was a member of the church?
I wouldn't say that, no. He was That being said, Joseph was the person who convinced me to become a priest.
Really?
Oh yes, I was a teenager back then. Full of rebellion. Every fiber of my being wanting to distance myself from my father. Joseph made me realize my sinful pride, and for that...
Does the name Lily Myers mean anything to you?
It does. I was a substitute teacher in her high school for some time before...
Really?
We weren't close. I only knew her as much as a teacher would know any student.
Alright, so... How did she seem toward the end?
For one, she started skipping school. A lot. She always looked depressed and hunched down like...
Any idea of what...
Not a clue. All I know is that when she returned from that last summer break...
Do you know anything about an art theft?
I have just a vague memory of reading about it in the paper.
Bullshit you do. Your church stole those paintings, I bet.
Do you know who Jimmy Cochran is?
I don't...
care to tell me the history of the church?
I'd be happy to. This church was founded by my father, William T. Price, in the 70s. Back then, he made his living as a traveling salesman and was driving through this area as he'd done so many times before. However, this day was different. My father held dark thoughts in his mind. He was angry, thinking of evil deeds, then suddenly, divine intervention. The Father, the Son. This epiphany was the moment he sold all of his belongings and took me, and soon thereafter he built this church.
I take it that window up there resembles what he saw when he had this epiphany?
Indeed. The stained glass window depicts the Holy Trinity.
Do you know exactly when or where this event took place?
Why do you ask?
Oh, just curious.
Well, it was in the spring of 1971.
Okay.
People flocked to Father Bill. He started teaching, writing scripture. The church flourished and continued to grow. That's when I stepped in to take...
I take
He
it that
died
the
around the
church
same
started
time as
declining
Jimmy
after the death
Cochran
of
went to
Father
the
Bill?
mental institution.
Yes. Naturally so. But I assure you the church is...
Looks kinda...
It's not...
What's up with you handing out pamphlets at funerals, then?
I'm going to assume you meant no disrespect, child.
Do you recognize the men in this picture, Isaac?
Only your grandfather.
Do you know what...
I'm afraid not.
I don't... Father, do you know anything about this flower?
No.
I could, but I think I have more to gain from myself. I'll keep it to myself for now.
Okay.
That's all I...
May the Lord...
Bibbles.
I really should...
No, you can't go back there.
Locked.
No. No, you also can't go back there either, also.
Locked.
Yeah. Alright.
It's an altar. You...
I might be able to get some info from here.
Hey, Lenny.
Hello, Kath.
Nah, I don't...
Oh.
Do you know...
Not really.
Nah. Hey, Lenny.
Yeah, I accidentally inhaled pollen. I remember being
Scary.
somewhere in Conwell.
All right. Do you know...
I have no...
Grandpa had to hit...
Probably for a good...
Well,
See ya.
See ya! That's true, he was gonna help me out. The sheriff's gonna talk to me and give me some info.
Hello, Sheriff. Do you know anything about the art theft in the Wade estate?
Yes, Mr. Wade phoned ahead about that. Lenny!
Yes, boss.
Get the report from the burglary in the Wade estate back in '86.
On it, boss.
Good, they helped out for once.
There you go, Kath.
Thanks, bud.
A Goldfarb. I bet I know who voices him, having played many Watch Jedi games. Okay.
I gotta find this Goldfarb. Hey, Lenny.
Hello, Kath.
Does the name Franklin Goldfarb...
Sound?
Yeah, I mean,
Well,
like, I would
see
be
ya.
surprised if he would, because... Now, we're gonna go back to the Rain residence and check that phone book. This is a busy chapter. No waiting for triggers that move the story along. This story is humming.
No result. Nah, nothing. No Goldfarb in here.
Well, I know that Cochran, she won't be able to see Cochran until she goes back to the city, so that'll be the next day.
Oh, hello,
Hi, Grandma.
Sure, hon.
Looks like she's watching televised vision.
Mind if we...
Not at all.
Does the name Franklin Goldfarb mean anything to you?
Oh, that poor man. He used to be an upstanding citizen, you know. Now he's constantly drinking and keeps babbling on about that imaginary...
Sad thing.
He's homeless, dear.
Okay, now... Looks like I'm gonna have... Do you know who Jimmy Cochran is?
I believe he teaches at the flight school these days.
I don't think so, at least not any...
Really? He always...
There's more. I found out that Jimmy asked Grandpa for help not long before Grandpa ended up in that wheelchair. Jimmy sounded really desperate. I'm sure what happened to Grandpa that night had something to do with his cry for help.
You should go find the man.
That's the plan. I just wondered if there's anything else you think I should know about him.
Not really. I know that he had a wife, Agatha, and a son, James. Agatha passed...
Okay. I don't see her. I don't want to. Do you know any...
I can't say that I...
What do you see in...
I have no idea.
I'm trying to figure that out.
Oh? Come to think of it.
Yeah. It was taken somewhere in that area.
Aren't you?
Well, gotta...
Bye.
Okay. Our progress is not halted yet. Going back to the clinic. It's always dark at this house. Uh-oh, he's not here.
I can't read it from... I need a word...
Wait,
It's written on that board.
you have the eyesight of...
What can I say? I'm a freak of nature.
Who?
The guy who had...
Oh, he ran off somewhere.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Hello again, Goober.
You again? Are you stalking me, girl? I'll try to tone down the charm.
Huh. Yeah, you...
I know.
Listen, I feel...
Oh, that's what it was. What a cherry on top of my stellar performance.
Yeah, it was...
So what brings you to the house?
I'm afraid that ship has long... I had a few things...
Shoot me.
I should probably... I don't need to... Your real name is Franklin Goldfarb, right?
Oh, nobody calls me that.
Regardless, I know for a fact that you were a witness to a burglary a few years back.
Yeah, what about?
Why don't you tell me...
I heard the alarm go off, glass breaking, then I saw 3 guys running away, carrying...
What did they look
It
like?
was dark. I don't know. There were definitely 3 big...
They what?
Oh, nothing. That's it.
Bullshit.
Well, one of those guys dropped his ring when running away. I sort of pawned it.
A ring?
Platinum with an inscription. 2 letters. Man, I don't remember my phone.
Which pawn shop?
Pete's Pawning and Plumbing. It closed down a long time ago, though. Oh,
Too bad. Didn't I see 2 letters fitting that?
Oh boy.
Did the inscription on the ring look anything like this?
wow. Actually, exactly like that.
Any idea what BH stands for?
Beehive?
Okay.
See ya.
Hello,
I'm all...
Do you know what BH?
I'm...
That's all I
It
know.
Middle...
means, oh, behave. Austin Powers. Lighter. Novelty. Whoa, there it is.
Hello?
The red man. The red man.
Creepy bald. Guess no one's... That wasn't here. What's this?
By Nathan.
A bald man.
Take that flower. Take it.
It's endangered. I'm not...
Oh. Light it. Light it up.
I'll try most things once.
Okay. This is a very busy chapter. Just hopping and hopping and hopping. Not much in the way of puzzles in this day. Oh hey, he's a seagull.
It doesn't belong.
right?
Oh, it's you.
No Nathan to...
Nah, haven't seen Nate all...
That must be Lily. Looks like Nathan knows the story. I had a...
She...
I don't need... Did you know that somebody stole Lily's paintings from Wade?
Huh? I knew he got robbed a few years back.
Do you know who the Red Man is?
Oh, that's just Nate's imaginary friend. The Red Man has been around ever since my boy was little.
I see, so...
No way! According to Nathan, the Red Man hasn't changed in 30 years.
Sounds like he has quite an active imagination then.
Oh, you have no idea.
I think I'm...
Sure.
We don't want to freak her out. I met a Red Man. He's real, he's real. The seagull is here for a reason, but I'm not sure if their purpose is important yet. Okay. Maybe he'll be out there in the woods now. No? Okay. Isaac will know who the Red Man is. He's gonna say it's the work of Satan.
Hello, Isaac.
I'm all...
This may sound strange, but have you heard of or seen a strange man dressed in red?
Only our Lord and Savior Jesus. Surely his rags were
That's not...
Are you joking?
That's all.
May the Lord...
Let's keep looking then. Actually, there is one other thing I want to do. I'm gonna check out this mausoleum that has Price on it.
It says, no reason. A family...
Okay, so she doesn't want to go in there yet, it would seem. Alright, nothing changed here. I'll have to remember, though, to come back here at some point. Once you can link... Price, possibly, to... the theft. Because that's still my going theory. Although, the BH and the fact that it was her dad's lighter, he could be involved too.
Oh.
Mind if...
Not a...
Do you recognize the acronym BH?
Yes, dear, it means the Black Hats.
Ah.
They're those ruffians on motorcycles whom your father is associated with.
Oh, his biker gang. What can you tell me about the Black Hats?
I refuse to talk about those hoodlums. You should stay far away.
I don't see a... Well, goodbye.
The police would probably know.
Hey, Lenny.
Hello, Cap.
What can you tell me about the Black Hats?
They've caused us trouble from time to time, but we put a few of their captains in the slammer over the years, but we never managed to find enough dirt on their leader, Bo Brunson.
Do you know where I can find them?
Yeah, hold on.
Got it.
Aha.
Do you know anything about a weird bald guy dressed in red around here?
Weird.
Oh. Well.
See ya.
I knew that would be a fruitful request. Not the red man, but the other thing. Hey. I was wondering how they were gonna work a second row in. Oh, yeah, this is a cool place. I wonder if her dad will be here.
Sweet butt incoming!
Like hell I am. I'm nobody's property.
You sure? Doesn't she look like a sweet butt? Little slut.
Step off, creep.
Or what? You tell your daddy on me?
You think I need my daddy to kick your pathetic ass?
Oh, I love it when they play hard to get.
Let go of me! God.
What the hell's going on out here?
Nothing, Prez. Just having a bit of fun with this gash here.
I suggest you leash that dog of yours.
For fuck's sake, Prospect, not again. Get the hell out of here.
Sorry, boss, I'll go. Fuck, that hurt, you cunt.
Hey, language.
He'll be disciplined for that.
He better be.
I am.
Kathy Rain.
Bullshit. She lives in the city with her deranged mother. Who are you really?
No, they didn't.
Prove it.
Well, I would, but I left my...
That's convenient.
I need to figure out. This proof enough for you?
I'll be damned. That's Brian's lighter, all right. Sorry about the paranoia. We've had some problems with the vandals lately.
I get it.
So, that's your ride out there. Corley Motors, right? 78?
76.
You got the same taste as your old man.
Probably the only thing he and I have in common.
Did you set up those mods yourself?
Yeah, took some time to get the measurements right.
I imagine so. Girls like you don't often ride heavy bike.
I'm not most girls.
Ain't that the truth? Most girls don't just waltz into places like this either.
I guess you'd know. Anyway.
Go ahead, then. Your old man was a good brother, so...
Do you know anything about what happened to Joseph Rain?
No. We had our differences, me and him, but that's a horrible fate for a man. I'd rather be dead than a vegetable.
So I take it...
No, I could write a book about that man. On one page, I'd praise him. On the next, I'd want to smash his skull in. He could be a real self-righteous prick when he wanted to, but everyone knew he was the real law around here. I respected Joseph, and he respected me, but he hated how Brian looked up to me. Joseph always blamed the club for the path Brian chose in life, even though it was just due to him being a shitty father.
You seriously thought Grandpa was a bad parent?
Everybody knew about it. People just tend to forget the bad qualities of men in wheelchairs. Joseph wasn't a saint. He saw everything in black and white. The ones who wouldn't fit in that small mold didn't get any chances.
Do you know anything about Lily Myers?
Nothing that anyone else...
Tell me, how long have you been the president of this club?
15 years now, give or take.
Good. Then you can tell me why you stole Lily Myers' paintings from Charles Wade in '86.
I don't know what the hell you're talking about, but I'd recommend you be careful with wild accusations like that.
Fine. Is there anything I can do for the club to earn your trust?
You mean like cleaning the toilets? Making coffee?
Spare me your sexist bullshit. I can take care of business.
You're nothing like your old man.
I take that as a...
You do that. And any...
Do you know who Jimmy Cochran is?
No.
What can you tell me about the Church of the Holy Trinity?
Do I look like a pious...
What can you tell me about the Black Hats?
Black Hats MC was founded in the 60s by my old man, my uncle, and 2 other local bikers. Conwell Springs is the mother chapter, and we have support clubs in 6 other locations across 3 states. There's a total of 16 members here. 12 patch, 4 prospects. I'm the acting president of this chapter as well as of the whole club. Have been for more than 15 years.
The law give you any trouble?
It used to be tough when your granddad was around. He and Truman ran a tight ship.
And now?
Now they try, but Boyks and the boy are a nuisance at best.
This may be a weird...
I've made a few...
I don't need... Hey, Bo, any idea...
You ask...
Do you know...
Whoa,
What?
I saw one of those with my own eyes a few years ago.
Really?
Middle of the woods, the road to the city. Those things came from nowhere and gave me this crazy headache right on the plate in my head. At the time, I thought it was just a nasty case of migraine.
You have a plate in your head?
Yeah, titanium.
I see. Titanium.
How the hell should I know?
Do you remember where exactly on the road it happened?
No. Like I said, I dismissed it as a migraine.
Fair enough. Do you know any...
Do I look like...
Yeah. I don't... No use. He's not gonna budge on this one. I need to... Care to join?
Sorry, no.
I already... Yeah. Hey, Bo.
You ask.
Do you know...
Whoa.
What? Really?
Yeah.
Do you remember?
No.
Fair enough. All right.
Right on.
Thanks, Bo.
Hey, Brian's girl.
Yeah?
I overheard you. I'm Emmett.
Hey.
The boss man isn't usually that grumpy. He's got a lot on his mind. But I think I may know of a way to loosen him up.
I'm all ears, buddy.
Well, Bo and Brian are the double Bs, as we used to call them. They used to have this drink together. Brian came up with it. He called it a Bloodier Mary.
Sounds like my kind of drink.
Yeah, it's basically a Bloody Mary, but with pig blood instead of tomato juice.
I take that back.
I'm kidding. It's just a Bloody Mary, but with a special ingredient added to it.
If you say that special ingredient...
No. Brian refused to tell anyone what it was. It's probably something uncommon, like a...
So let me guess.
It'll make him remember Brian, which should go a long way. Brian was like a son to him. If you could recall the good times with...
I guess it could be worth a try.
You're Brian's kid. That means you're family.
Well, how was that drink compared with a regular Bloody Mary?
Tasted a bit more like pepper and had a punch. Oh, if you had a lot of them, you'd hallucinate.
Trippy.
You're well.
Hey, Emmett.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, we're gonna be getting that plant. From Nathan still ain't around.
Sorry, in danger.
Huh. The squirrel sees all. The final villain is the squirrel.
I should give it to the bar. I'd like a bloody...
Coming right up.
Oh, and add this, will you?
Whatever. One Bloody Mary.
Thanks, buddy.
The club will cover...
Sure thing.
Thanks again.
You got it.
Hey, Bo.
I recognize that smell.
Something.
Man, is this a trip down memory lane? You know, all this nostalgia is making me remember how much I really owe your old man.
Yeah?
Yeah. So, here's the deal. In '86, Carl, my VP at the time, came to me and said he had a job lined up for the club. Some guy had offered him good dough for stealing a bunch of paintings from a mansion. I was busy with other things at the time, so I gave my permission as long as the club got the usual cut. He returned a week later with a nice wad of cash. I didn't realize it was Wade he had knocked off until I read the paper. Wade is a powerful man with friends in city council.
Got it. So, what do you know about the
Price?
guy
It was obviously Price.
Not much. Carl said it was some bearded creature.
Whoa, Isaac from the...
Could be. I don't know who that...
Thanks, Bo. I'm gonna...
That's it? You're not gonna ask?
I couldn't give two...
Bullshit. Don't expect anyone to believe you're that angry with someone you don't give...
Either he's dead or he abandoned me.
They don't, but you should know that no one from the club had anything to do with it. I meant it when I said Brian was a good brother.
Comforting to hear.
Shut up and listen. Brian used to talk about heading to Mexico, about riding off into the sunset and getting away from all his newfound responsibilities. And I think part of him was serious. You deserve to know that there's a chance he's still out there somewhere.
Sure. Let's hope that bastard is living it up somewhere.
Just...
You too. That day went by fast.
Uh-oh. This is ominous. The music stopped. Oh, never mind.
Hello.
Hey, Grandma.
Of course, dear.
You're the...
When the music stops, I'm like, what happens? What happened? But then the music started. Oh, there's that kid again.
You see? You are both unwanted, both discarded. Good. Lick the flames, buddy boy.
Oh, I just realized this is this is like an alternate version of the cabin.
Burn.
Lily's painting, burning, and the kid from the... It's gotta mean...
Okie dokie. We're gonna continue this on the next episode of Kathy Rain, so grab a snack and we'll be right back.